why is it like, I want to join you. I know you don't know me so lot, but...
Hey guys, what's up? Gassy Mexican here, and welcome to this week's episode of Message Monday for 10/3/11. Last week, I'm sorry that I missed Message Monday for last week, guys. I was traveling a lot, and I wasn't able to do it, and I said I'd make it up to you guys, which I will, and I've decided what I'm going to do is make next week's Message Monday a face cam one, so I'll respond to your questions in the same way that I have, but I will have a face cam in some sort. I don't know if it'll be full face cam with some gameplay in the background, or no gameplay in the background, or if it'll be, you know, some gameplay in the background with a little bit of face cam in like a corner of the screen. So I don't know. I'll do something like that though. I'll make it special. Pardon me. Anyways, yes. Let's get things started. First message comes from Ross W. Anderson, and they say, "Hey Gassy, just wondering if you are going to be doing a walkthrough of Mass Effect 3, and if you are, will you be doing anything with any of the other two before it comes out?" I'm kind of undecided on that one. Mass Effect 3 it's like a series that I really like, and I'm gonna play through it without doing a commentary on it, just because I want to be able to savor all the little stuff that's in it and, you know, explore it like crazy without worrying about, you know, making sure everything's super entertaining. So yeah, I'm gonna play through it without doing anything first, but maybe I will do something with it. Maybe I will play through it, or at least parts of it, and do some commentaries that way. I've thought about doing some Mass Effect stuff, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. Maybe I will in the future. I know Kucher did a lot of that stuff, and I was kind of waiting. I'm like, you know, I'm not going to do it at the same time that he's doing it. So maybe I'll start through Mass Effect 1 or not. But the thing is, they're pretty long games, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm sort of undecided. I'm not opposed to doing stuff with the other two games, but I still have yet to actually make a decision on that one. So thank you for your question, though. Hopefully you get a little better insight there. And yeah, let's move on to the next question. Next message is from Hayden 2, and it is a voice message, so let's listen to what they say, and I will respond.
Hi Gassy, out of the 3 Mass Effect books, Ascension, Retribution, and Retaliation, which one should I get? Bear in mind, I am going to get it on an iPad, so it'll be an ebook. Thanks.
That's a good question. Like I mentioned in the previous person, I'm a big fan of the series, and I do have all 3 books. I've read them all. But I would recommend, if you haven't read them and you're just kind of approaching and you're just thinking about doing it and seeing if you like them, I would definitely pick up the first book. And I say that because I personally really enjoyed the first book, and it drew me in because it was a backstory to the whole Saren and Captain Anderson, you know, old kind of things that happened with them in the Mass Effect storyline universe deal. So it goes into what happened between the two of them back when Captain Anderson was being considered for being a Spectre. So there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and I'm just one of those people that's a big sucker for extra story and stuff, and a little more insight into characters and what they were like before, you know. So it's kind of cool to be able to contrast those events to the stuff that happens in the first game, because it leads up to the first game. So I would suggest the first book. It's also really well written. It's really well written. No, it's really well written, and the other 2 books are really good. So see if you like the first one, and if you do, and if you're anything like me, you're going to want to read the other 2. I think there's a 4th one, rather, coming out, and I don't remember what it was called, but I know that it is coming out. I don't think it's the same author, Drew Karpatian or whatever, who wrote the first 3, but I still am probably going to read it, because it's more Mass Effect stuff, and it's hard to screw up that universe, because there's so much stuff going on in there that it's a lot of freedom for a writer to write cool stuff in, I would think. So that's my opinion on there. I don't think you should have any problems with it being on an iPad. I don't know. I've never really read a book off an iPad, but, you know, I'm assuming you do, or you have read books off an iPad, but, yeah, try the first book. See if you like it. Thanks for your question, and, yeah, let's move on. Next message is from Electric Camel, and they say, "Hi, Gassy, I'm a big fan of your vids and the other creatures vids. What do you like more, MMORPG type games or strategy type games?" Smiley face. I like both, but I think I'd probably go with MMORPG because I'm just more of a fan of RPG kind of style games. I like games that have a lot of different story and stuff. Not that strategy games don't. I was a big fan of Command and Conquer and stuff. So if you kind of consider that a strategy game, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm not as good too at strategy games. Not that I'm really good at RPGs or MMORPGs. To be honest, I haven't really played even too many MMORPGs. But I do like that idea, and I think it's just because I like RPGs better than strategy games. So that's your answer. Like I said, I like both, but I just happen to prefer RPG games over strategy games. So I'm excited for what's it called, Tor, coming out. That's going to be pretty cool. I'm actually really thinking about checking it out and getting a subscription to see if I like it, or doing their first month free or whatever the hell they got going on. And also Guild Wars 2 is looking kind of cool. So I might check those two games out and maybe throw up some vids and stuff. So there's your answer, and thank you, Electric Camel, for your question. Moving on. Next question is from Waza54, and they say, "Hi Gassy, love your videos. Was just wondering whatever happened to the MLG Legit series you were doing with Kutra, Z, Dans, and Chilled. Is there going to be any more from that Minecraft series?" To be honest with you, I don't know. I kind of forgot about that series, and I think a lot of us also have, because we got a lot of other stuff that we've got going on our plates. I wouldn't be opposed to going back and doing it. I'm pretty sure Sly and Seamus and Nova and them are still doing their Excommunicated series, which kind of branched off us joking around saying that they were excommunicated. So I think they're still doing that series. I think everybody just kind of forgot about it and has a bunch of other stuff going on their plates. So, maybe I'll look into it for you and see if anyone's still interested in doing it. And I'm not opposed to not continuing it. Maybe we'll spice it up with some... it's the new updates now, so we can maybe spice it up maybe get some mods in there. I have no idea. But, yeah, I'm not opposed to that. And thank you kind of for reminding me that was something that we did. But yeah, hopefully that is a good enough answer to your question, Waza54. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. Last message from Xbox is from Jake Hodgson. And they say, "Hey Gassy, I was just wondering if you or any of the other creatures drive, and if so, what?" I do drive. I don't have a car of my own personally because I've been sort of saving money, and just there's vehicles within the household that I can use. And I think it's the same circumstance with Dan's News. He pretty much has like a family vehicle that no one else really uses except him. So we are both in that situation sort of, but I will be getting a car soon. Yeah, I do drive. So does Dan's, obviously. And Jordan drives, I know. I'm pretty sure he got a new Mazda 6 pretty recently. I think he's got a picture of it on his TwitPic or something like that. But yeah, he got a Mazda 6. I don't know what the other people drive. I think Seamus drives, but I don't think he likes to drive or drives much. At least that was the impression that I got, I think, from him when I talked about it with him, I think, once or twice or something like that. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that myself, Dan, and Kutra definitely drive. I don't know what the other people drive, / if they drive. That's pretty much it for that one. And with that, let's move on to the YouTube questions. Okay, first message from YouTube comes from Xnya Adored, and they say, "Hi, Sexy Mexican. What aftershave and deodorant do you use? I love you, heart." Well, thank you, Nya. You are awesome too. Much love towards you. Anyways, as far as what I use for deodorant, I don't really use aftershave. I more or less just shave with. I use an electric shaver, by the way, and I more or less just use like soap and water. Use it hot at first to open the pores, clean them out, and then cold water to close them up. Sometimes I'll use some like hand sanitizer because that's got like alcohol in it. Might as well be aftershave. So hand sanitizer is what I use. It sounds kind of weird saying it, but as far as deodorant I use currently, I get it varies, but usually I get Old Spice. Right now I have Old Spice Smooth Blast High Endurance. So it smells pretty good. I have it right here. Anyways, yeah, if it smells good and it's, antiperspirant or whatever, deodorant, I'm down with it. It's usually Old Spice, though, because they got some good scents, and I've never really been like, wow, this is terrible. So that's the answer for that. Thank you for sending in your question, and let's move on to another one. Next question is from the Retro Rooster, and they say, "Hey Gassy, first off, I love the vids, keep up the great work. My question is, would you ever do a setup video where you show your equipment and stuff, because I want to start doing commentaries, but I don't know what stuff to get. Thanks a lot." From one of your loyal subscribers, Retro Rooster. I had to burp there, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've considered doing a setup video. The problem is my room is very messy right now, and that would require me to clean it. So it'll happen eventually, I'm sure, especially since I got a new camera, so yay, that'll be cool. You'll be able to see it nice and crisp and stuff. And it's an excuse to use my new camera, because I haven't used it that much, but yeah, I'll do a setup video. I just gotta, like I said, I just gotta clean it and make it look a little less not presentable, if that makes sense. I was choosing my words poorly there, but you get the idea. It's messy, is what I'm trying to say, and there's a lot of cans and stuff and all sorts of crap all over my desk. So I'll straighten it up a little bit, and I'm sure I'll do a setup video in the future. And yeah, thanks for your question. Good question, and let's move on. Next question is from Super Scribbles123, and they say, "Hey Gassy, okay, so my question is, are you really Mexican, or did you just pick that name because it's cool? And if you are Mexican, do you speak Spanish? Haha, smiley face. I have a Mexican friend who speaks Spanish, and it's pretty awesome. Haha, another smiley face. P.S. I love your videos. Awesome voice, lol." And another smiley face. Yes, I am Mexican. I'm half Mexican and half white. I know I don't look Mexican, and I'm actually pretty tall, but I am half Mexican, and I speak a little bit of Spanish. I'm not fluent. I want to be fluent. I used to be able to speak it when I was younger, but when we moved up norther from Chicago, I live an hour north of Chicago now. I grew up in Chicago, and like I said, I used to speak Spanish when I was a kid, but I kind of lost that ability when I moved away from my relatives and stuff. So, yeah, I am Spanish or Mexican, and I used to be able to speak Spanish fluently, and I want to be able to do it again. So I'll probably do something like Rosetta Stone or something like that. I don't know. That's supposed to work pretty well. And then just, my dad speaks 100%, or 100%. My dad is 100% Mexican, and he speaks fluent Spanish, so maybe I'll do like a combination Rosetta Stone and just like, you know, talk with him and have him only talk to me in Spanish. I don't know. I'd really like to be fluent in Spanish again, so that is the answer for that one. And thanks. That's a pretty decent question, Scribble. Scribbles123. Lots of smiley faces, too. Right back at you. Smiley face at you, Scribbles. Next question. Next one is from the Smelly Kitten, and they say, "Hey Gassy, my question for Message Monday is, what TV shows do you watch?" Thanks, the Smelly Kitten. I watch Community. Recently started watching that. It's pretty good. I don't really watch too much TV nowadays. There's a lot of shows that I would love to watch because they look really good, and I've seen bits and pieces of them, but there's just so many of them, and like that in combination with doing stuff with YouTube and other crap that I got going on, it's just like hard to find time to sit down and watch TV shows, because then you get caught up watching those and you should be doing other stuff, etc., etc. I like Star Trek The Next Generation if we're talking shows that are off the air that were good. I like Firefly. Didn't even have a full season, but it was really, really good. I usually watch Star Trek The Next Generation a lot of the times at night, because for some reason that show just makes me fall asleep. Not because it's boring, but it just kind of relaxes me. I don't know. I'm a big Trekkie, at least for Star Trek Next Generation. Yeah, Firefly. I liked Dexter. I got to catch up on the newer seasons, but I've seen like the first 3 or 4. I can't remember if I saw the 4th one or not. Dexter's good. I liked Frasier when it was on. It's a pretty good show. Seinfeld. It's another good show. Friends wasn't too bad. Trying to think of more current shows that I watch. Yeah. Anyways, that should be good for now. Like I said, I don't watch too much TV, so it's not exactly fresh in my mind what shows I watched/watch. But thank you for your question, and now you know some of the shows that I watch. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. Next and final message on YouTube is from Rampage GNS, and they say, "Hey Gassy, I was wondering if you, and any of the other creatures, that is, if you know, watch your own videos that you post. And I don't mean watching them to see that they've rendered and published fine. Anyway, love your stuff, man, and I think this is a great idea." Well, thanks. That's why I'm doing it. I think you guys, I figured you guys might like this. Plus, it's kind of a way of getting like a Q&A deal from me every week. So, at least every week that I'm able to do it. As far as your question, though, yeah, I do watch some of my videos sometimes. Especially if I remember there's like really funny parts in there, and I want to remember, like, I want to watch them back, you know, when when it's all published and out in the public and seeing how people receive it. Or sometimes there's stuff that I maybe missed that like someone else said that I'm doing a commentary with, and they'll have the time codes and stuff, and I'll go back and watch it, and then I end up getting caught up watching the entire thing. But yeah, I'll go back and watch stuff sometimes. I don't know about anybody else if they do regarding the other creatures, but yeah, I'll watch my stuff sometimes. I'm not glued there like, oh my god, look how cool my videos are. Like I said, it's usually just if there's like some sort of cool part that I remember, or if somebody has like a time code in the comments, I'm like, oh, what are they talking about? And then I go back and watch it. So yeah, that's your question answered, Rampage GNS, and that is going to conclude this week's episode of Message Monday for 10/3/2011. If you guys would like to send in a message for Message Monday, you can do so two ways. You can send me a message on Xbox Live by sending a message to my gamertag, Gassy Mexican. You can send a voice or text message. If you send a voice message, make sure you tag it still with Message Monday. Same deal for text message. Put Message Monday so it's nice and easy for me to distinguish from other messages that I get from friends and other stuff like that. Same deal on YouTube. If you want to send me a message on YouTube, you can do so as well. Put the subject as Message Monday and then your question / whatever you want to send me. And that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, I will do something special for next week's Message Monday to make up for the Message Monday that I missed last week. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys later.